I also want to dedicate how to love yourself first to my 5D mystics. So this is going to be channeled guidance, messages, aspects for those of you who have clairs or you are within the plane of mysticism, because there has been the lovely shift. I didn't think it would be that big of a difference and a divide, but it is. And on that note, when you love yourself first, this is why we experience channeling very differently. We don't have depersonalization, derealization, dissociation to the way that I've seen 4D body types is what I'm going to call it in this video. And anybody who has questions about who I am, my background, let me know. But my ascension journey and Clairland became accessible in 2006. So it's been however many years. And channeling is something that I immediately was aware of doing through my dream state, because I could perceive the different types of energies of each of my dreams. I love knowing through Patrick McNamara, he's a neuroscientist, the aspect of how our brain functions. And I also understand why it's important for the 4D body type to actually either get on the knowingness of nervous system and self-regulation and the brain, or a good therapist that would not tease them or make fun of their mysticism, but that would take it seriously. And here's where we need people who are updated with good neuroscience, with good neurobiology, with the absence of stigma of devils, demons, or evils, or ignorance as, oh, it's only your subconscious. So you want to work with people always. When I say people, I mean the community of those who want to call themselves doctors. And I say those who want, because some just get the title so that they can have a title because they're fulfilling their households, whatever norm, they're doing it to look pretty and to make money. We know that, and whichever one. I actually don't prefer stereotypes, but what I do know is that I've met enough of them to know that there are some who don't know what they're doing and why they're doing it. There are those who do what they do because they want to and they respect. They are securely attached human beings who have healthy self-worth, and they look you eye to eye and they shut their mouths when you explain to them who you are and what you embody and da-da-da-da. So there's a way that you will always know who's respecting you and who's thinking. And on that note, when we perceive that we are being judged, I see my tone gets into my Maria. I've known this tone. Now I know what it is. So whenever people have talked down to me, I don't do anything about it. But there's a position that my inner world takes, and it's one of space and distance, so that I may maintain what is my composure, because I'm a 4'9" person who doesn't stand a chance if I wanted to get agitated. That's what I know about my body. My body protects me like any body of anybody else's. Okay, and on that note, we're not going to do the psych education for my 5D mystics. I'm channeling guidance. So the aspect of the words that you use are important. And if you're 5D, it means that you easily have a 3-year-old that loves who you are, how you are. If it's a challenge and you want to get good trauma-informed education, Patrick Tiahan, he's online. Check him out on YouTube. He has a group and he's a therapist. You're able to be at peace when you are channeling, when you're dreaming, whatever it is that comes by. You don't have a fear in your body. You don't feel alone. In fact, you're never alone. You're always supported. This is how your body feels. It feels, in fact, very grounded, not out of body experience, not even a little bit. When you're channeling, you don't hear distinct voices. You hear your own thought, but you can recognize the energetic imprint. And so when I've channeled different groups, I don't want to call them entities because they are representations of shared consciousness. And we have the ones who are with the archangels and the angels and the star seeds and the galactic. I don't learn any of those in-depth ancient stories because I'm uninterested in them, but I can tell the difference, like when I'm in the presence or being chit-chatted, if you will, by those who would be considered the alien, like other, and I don't even like using those words, but if you think of aliens, because you can tell, or I can tell, the energetic imprint definitely different. And it's funny when they're from like the future versus like from the now, because there's a whole different sphere of energy there too. So long story short, when we look at the fact that spirit has our back, it's not in a belief system manner, because that's completely off. Like, anytime you will begin having clairs, if you're a mystic and 5D body type, you're not going to think of the medieval times or the ancients. You're going to know about the stories and learn about them. I love learning about, what was it? I have a book on it, but yeah, the mix of star seeds. That's what it is. So letting yourself shine is easy. Actually, you enjoy to shine with others. That's why I see there's not competing in a way of I shine more, because what you're shining, by the way, is the unconditionally loving heart, because you rock when it comes to being independently you. Knowing healthy self-worth means you don't talk in your ear in a way of putting yourself down. You talk in your ear in a way of allowing yourself to know that you're independent in thoughts and feelings, so are others. So you don't turn to people who are from your oversoul and think, oh, I need to cut the cord because you're an energy vampire, you're a demon, you're a spiritual whatever. The minute anybody talks about your oversoul, and that's actually the entire human species, like that, you're going to be like, that's that space again. You're like, hold on a minute. You're now tainting your mouth and your thoughts with your upset. Oh, I see upset, projection, and unregulated, dysregulated nervous system. I see a nervous system that is actually regulated according to the group. So your attachment system and your social system is connected to the silverback over there who's spouting their mouth. I can see that you're using the stereotypes, like when I said the sentences of the doctors, they might do it for the money, right here. This is all tainted. Might be none of that. What I do know is the difference between a doctor who's chosen what he does or she does or they do because they care about humanity versus one who's done it for the titles or somehow they're lost. Their vitality, there's no life there. They just have a word. Here's what I am and you have to do what I. They have no curiosity. In fact, they don't expand their knowledge bank. They want to sell their product. They're treating me like an object and they want to sell a product, which is not a product, by the way, because a doctor offers a service. I know when it's a product. The product is product. You helping me, I take it quite seriously. And so learning how to be able and trust yourself. It's easy for those of us who love ourselves first and have a whole 3-year-old heart. Not as easy for those who don't, which is why when they actually insult mystics like myself and holistic people, which I am okay with. Why? Because I've seen the mystics and holistic people who sell the little magic wand. And I've understood what it means for people who come from childhood trauma environments where they don't feel confident in any way, shape, or form. So you do this. If you physically push them, they'll handle it way better than if you judge them from your mouth. That's the minute that we don't know what's going to happen. Are they going to be the mystic that is the codependent? I'm going to blame myself, blame you, or am I martyr, superior? Am I focused and loving myself? What is it? How am I going to betray you now that you've betrayed me? So we see the vengeance. It's not even vengeance. You know, when people have it behind the scenes stuff where they're looking to have people suffer because they're suffering, humanly speaking, because right now that's what's happening. Some people literally crave to see people suffer. I can feel that energy. It's a very sad, heartbreaking one. Because all those people could use a really good therapist and get out of their self-righteousness and or anger and whatever's happening, that they're just dying inside. Okay, so 5D Mystic doesn't have in any way, shape, or form the word hatred or upset here for anyone. It's only love and compassion and a space of silence, like silence when we're just, let's mourn. But not with the suffering bit, because we have a regulated nervous system that's in our ventral vagal state, and we're in our oxytocin gene hormone, and we know how to use a brain that's integrated. So we're thinking already, what are we going to do to get on track with where we want to go, which is to protect the future, to protect the people, to support the people, not be in the I'm a martyr, I'm superior, or suffering. No suffering, no drama, no need to spend time in hypervigilance. That's a survival mode. We are able to proactively work together. So come together, love each other, be patient, and again, be kind.